shoot, I said that you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs live. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's the man with king? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said that you claim?
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, The King. And it's a wonderful Monday. Beautiful day outside. And Microsoft and Xbox has a whole lot of news to talk about when it comes to next generation hardware. And that hardware is hitting a lot faster than you thought. I did explain that stuff to you. We're going to talk about FSR 4 hitting current gen consoles. Maybe. We're going to talk about FSR 4 probably in future consoles, next generation consoles. But what we will be talking about is gimped Xbox games making it over to the PlayStation Nation's devices for full price. Is that cool? Is that nice? These poor begging ponies is going to get it how we serve it, right? But I'm just saying, if it's your first time finding this channel, please take my invitation, like, follow, and subscribe. Share it out to a friend because this much fun should not be just for one. You should share it out. But also, understand that this is an Xbox Central channel. Now, we will give you gaming news all across the spectrum, but this will have an Xbox twist because this is a home for Xbox gamers. So apparently Xbox handheld leaks and it could be coming out this year. That's something that I told you guys already, but a lot of times people have to wait for other people to tell you for you to understand it. All right, so this is, what is this? This is Tweaktown and Microsoft handheld leaks, and it could be coming this year. Now, 2024, Microsoft gaming chief Phil Spencer said that he wanted a handheld gaming for the PC, but it feels more like an Xbox. And I told you that. That's when I brought my ROG Ally. And I've noticed that Xbox was pairing with a lot of companies. Like they paired with G Cloud because they was there at the event when we went there. They was there with the ROG Ally event. They was also on stage with Steam and Lenovo. These devices aren't in a vacuum. Microsoft's support for these devices aren't just happenstance. They do the support for these devices to gauge the interest into these devices and how they can better make these devices an Xbox home. Listen, when you put your operating system on a device, that in turn turns that device into your handheld. Now, traditionally, and we're old graybeards, we are dying out. What's going to happen is the newer generation really doesn't give a damn. They don't care where they game, how they game. They don't care who's on the box or anything like that. That is something that is pushed on us by our own dogma. But the younger generation doesn't care. It's going to be a time where they pick up a device and they just want to game on whatever system it is, with whatever games that they want to get to. The console codenamed Kenna is apparently so far along in development, it could debut in 2025, according to Windows Central. Details were scarce, including the dimensions or how much it would cost. What would be inside. The apparent, however, is it would give a new handheld a decidedly Xbox look and feel, and something Spencer made clear last year. However, Spence previously indicated an Xbox handheld is apparently a few years away, according to the November 2024 interview. Why the hell would he tip his hand to let you know when it's coming out? First, they have to get the form factor. Then they have to make sure that the device itself is what they want up. And they're working with their partners in manufacturing this device while they're providing the operating system. See, this is how you leverage costs. This is how you also focus on what you're best at and giving the specs. So the engineers work with ROG and excuse me, they get the device out. Now, everybody seems to be focusing on the fact that you say how many handheld PC devices were sold over the last couple of years? 6 million. That's not a huge market penetration, but none of those devices had the Xbox's reach as far as distribution and the pipelines to reach every country. All right, so you would ramp that up a lot. Xbox itself would make that handheld a native Game Pass, of course. So that's why stream anywhere with all your library is a thing. You really have to understand Microsoft's position in this. Microsoft's position when it comes to this handheld, full next-gen handhelds will be targeting 2027. I don't believe that. I believe full next-gen handhelds will be targeting next year. And I also really believe that in targeting next year, we will get a chance to see the full power of what Microsoft and Xbox plans are. Like when we go back to the title, right? You said Xbox new hardware plans begin with gaming and handheld set for later this year with full next-gen consoles targeting 2027. The reason why they're saying 2027 is because they haven't seen dev kits reached out to everyone. But I beg to differ. I beg to differ in the fact that everybody has a PC, you have a run a spec sheet, and then they will give you the optimization spec sheet in it. I think the next dev kits for the Xbox is going to be completely simple because the hardware is not bespoke. They're going to lock in the parameters. They're going to send over the parameters to everyone making games, and people are going to scale their games up. If you notice that this generation, the games didn't seem to break out of the mold of whatever the PC was doing. They was like PC light games. Every game. Now, I know a lot of times people will say, well, King, that is because of how the industry is going now, because of the pandemic. No, AMD is ruling what's going on. So I don't expect them to stray too far from what AMD wants. AMD is going to dictate how far and how high the graphics on the machines can go. So yes, the Xbox will probably be the most powerful, not probably, will be the most powerful device in the marketplace with a lot of little bells and whistles that will take advantage of what the PC is able to do now. We just got the new hardware from NVIDIA and AMD. And our previous hardware, the hardware that we have now with the PlayStation 5, not the Pro, but the 5 base, and the Xbox Series consoles can't do what the AMD new cards can do or what the NVIDIA cards can do. So it's pretty much, again, we're taking the next step up in consoles, but consoles will always be behind PCs. This is the reason why I feel it's smart that Xbox strategy is everything is an Xbox, because you're able to leverage the power of that PC, whatever the tech is. And if you have the spending power, then you're able to have full ray tracing, 120 frames per second, if not more, full graphics, everything. And sometimes when I want to play a game at its highest, I just jump on my PC because I'm able to take advantage of these things. But AMD is a true winner when it comes to everything. It's not these consoles. It's AMD because they provide the chipsets for damn near everything. And it's wild. While Xbox is using AI to help build games and transform the industry, PlayStation is allowing their AI to play around with their characters. Now, I think it's kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. Sony has an AI working prototype powered version for at least one PlayStation game and its characters. And it's Alloy. I don't know what's going on with Herman Hulst. He's going to destroy this company. But again, you have Alloy in this AI powered demo that's running on the PC at the moment. Sony's experimenting with running parts of the technology directly on the PlayStation 5 consoles with the title called Overhead, according to, I'm not even going to sit there and butcher your name. Sony's first demonstrated this a year ago before showing a more advanced version behind closed doors at the Sony Technology Exchange Fair in Tokyo in November. This is just a glimpse of what's possible. The tech demo doesn't answer the more ambitious questions over whether it even makes sense to talk to Ally when you're supposed to be playing her in a game of Horizon Forbidden West, or the impact of such technology could be on voice actors and game developers. Now, imagine, if you will, if you boot up your console, and in your console, you can pick AI avatars, and your AI avatars are your guides throughout the game. So imagine Kratos or Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank or whoever, or if you choose Alloy, I don't know why you would do that, but you would be able to take these characters, and these characters would guide you through your dashboard. Like, hey, King, what are we playing today? Oh, that's a good choice. It would be like a companion. It would be like a buddy. And I think, honestly, that's a great idea. I think personalizing your consoles to your taste actually will facilitate a more welcoming device, if you will. And it will definitely separate your device from other devices. Because could you imagine if you go to somebody else's house and they have a totally different character, and that character recognizes them by, let's say, your fingerprints, like you pick up your controller and it has a fingerprint recognizer in the controller. We do it on our cell phones. We do it on other devices. And it won't be too hard with the PlayStation controller because of the touchpad. The touchpad could be an easy thumbprint reader. And it can also add an extra barrier of security. I think this is a great idea, to be honest with you. And I'm not hating on it, because I think the more we use AI in these senses to familiarize ourselves with stuff being personalized to us, I think that stuff is cute and dope for the future. Me personally, I'm looking forward to something like this in order to have my AI avatar that I choose interact with me on whatever device I choose. Could you imagine you go over to the handheld and it says, oh man, I see you want to play the handheld on the go today. Where are we going? That stuff like that is something intriguing. I love future tech and where it's taking us. Now, I really want to be very clear. I don't really believe anything that Mark Cerny says, and I understand he's trying to sell a device to you. He's not going to give you the downfall of the devices. What he's going to do is uptalk the stuff in the devices. The PlayStation 5 Pro having backporting of FSR 4 is not really true. Now, they will have a FSR something similar to that upscaler in the Pro in 2026. Now, I understand why he's targeting 2026, because the new Xbox's consoles will be launching around that time. And it will make the PlayStation 5 Pro seem like an outdated device, because those devices will have a larger base of FSR 4. I think, honestly, whatever you're able to do to help enhance the PlayStation 5 Pro in some form or fashion, I think it should be done. Like, I don't honestly ever say don't support things. I think you should support things. I think things should be taken to the next level, especially if you paid that money. At no point in time do I feel that you should waste cash on devices? And let me move myself out of here so you can see that. You waste cash on devices. I think honestly, all devices should be supported, especially when you have invested in the device. I'm not really for mid-gen refreshes, but I support the company because I understand what their goals are. These are beta testing. We're beta testing the technology that's going to be available in future consoles. And if they can nail it properly now, and it makes it a smoother transition in future consoles. If they find the tech not to be relevant, then they back up off that tech. If you notice that the PlayStation 4 tops, PlayStation 5 tops is the lowest out of all, and they don't have the FSR 4 in the box. You're going to have a lot of people talking about FSR 4 in the PlayStation brand. It's not real. It's an absolute lie. But again, they're going to try to get you to click on their videos and like their videos. But what I'm going to say, they're going to have something similar. It's going to be an updated version of the pisser in the PlayStation 5 Pro. And that updated version is something that we look forward to. We look forward to having that updated version inside the box because at the end of the day, we pay good money for this. And I fully expect this tech to be leveraged 100% of the way. I hope and pray that the PlayStation 5 Pro does utilize this tech. I hope and pray that the PlayStation 5 Pro does get a chance to have an upscaled resolution device because nobody really sees the difference between the PlayStation 5 base and the Pro. And what we're going to see, hopefully, is that we'll get a chance to see Sony put the software behind the tech. That's all they need. They need to update the software. I'm a supporter of the PlayStation 5 Pro, and though we are few, we are hopeful that we didn't waste a ton of money because I spent like $900, and I am hopeful that they do take advantage of it. As you can see, some of the performance looks a whole lot better. So that's all my hope. My hope is to get performance better, to be better. But I want it on new games. I just don't want to keep reliving old games. And I'm so sick and tired of them showing me Horizon, bro. I'm so tired of it. Now, stuff like this that pisses me off. The fact that I paid so much money. And this is a first-party title from PlayStation that will not be receiving PlayStation 5 Pro enhancements, and it otherwise said it was. Now, I'm not going to buy this title. And the upcoming PlayStation Studios game won't be utilizing PlayStation 5 Pro Enhanced. Upcoming PlayStation 5 Studio game will not be PlayStation 5 Pro Enhanced. Its developer has announced following an incorrect PlayStation Store listing. San Diego Studios MLB The Show 2025 was originally thought to be PlayStation Pro Enhanced because it carried the relevant tag on the PlayStation Store. However, an official game fact confirms that there are no enhancements. Why isn't any enhancements? PlayStation Store's PlayStation 5 Pro Enhanced tags can be quite misleading, as we mentioned before, as they often apply to games without enhancements. However, players are not expecting MLB The Show 2025 tag to be a blooper because it's a first-party game, and one that players expect the game to come with some PlayStation 5 Pro features. I thought so. I thought it would. While the game runs smoothly on the PlayStation 5 Pro, it does not include any exclusive enhancements or features beyond the standard performance. PlayStation Store has removed the tag from MLB The Show 2025's page. However, the game is still advertised as Pro Enhanced on a PlayStation Direct at the time of this writing. Interesting that the first key feature PlayStation lists on MLB The Show page on its online storefront looks like that tag apply to all game, especially first party by default. I would expect first party games to uphold the support. If the company that makes it doesn't support it, what makes you think everybody else will? I think this needs to be rectified quickly as possible. I don't appreciate anything of the like, and I really would expect this thing to get some pro enhancements. This is uncalled for. This is downright disrespectful to the PlayStation owner that went out to support you. And I wouldn't tolerate it, honestly. So you want to have Forza Horizon 5 for the PlayStation 5. Well, before you get the chance to play, you will have to log in on your Microsoft account. Now, you will need a PlayStation subscription. Players can unlink their Microsoft account, but they'll only be able to relink the original one used. I don't know if it's such a big thing. Me personally, I feel that everything requires you to log in. Like when I play Fortnite, it requires me to log in. I personally don't see this as a huge problem. I think it's something that actually is just normal. It's normal for everyone. It's normal for me when I log into my PlayStation, when I log into any device. At the end of the day, if you do want to partake in the game, you're going to have to do what they ask. And what they ask is you log in to your Xbox account, your Microsoft account. PlayStation did that with Helldivers. I didn't see the big problem with it. Everybody's doing it. They want to track the monthly active users. You're a monthly active user. They track you. They put you in. That's about it. They see your habits and they know how to better peddle wares to you. We all do it. Like when we log into our phones and to everything, there's always some login to something to get to what you're trying to do. I have no problem with it. But again, I already have the game. I do log in with my Xbox regardless to what. So again, I think this is nothing. But at the end of the day, it's probably something to somebody who doesn't want to log into a Microsoft account. If you truly hate Xbox and Microsoft, why would you be buying this game? 2024's Game of the Year has seen its versions of controversy, large scale. But one thing I did tell them to do, and I guess they said they was going to do it anyway, the Astrobot PlayStation 5 console bundle has been revealed. You can get a PlayStation 5 with Astrobot built inside, the digital disc inside. It feels like it's been a while since we had a PlayStation bundle. It doesn't change the console at all. They just put a digital code of the game inside the box. They don't give you the Astrobot controller with the console. This is not an Astrobot theme panels that they could have actually did, like the Spider-Man console. I really like that console. It's not even like they sell the theme panels inside the storefront. I think this is a huge missed opportunity in doing this. Everybody wants to personalize their devices. Just selling a console with the game inside and they're going to up the price regardless, and they're going to count this as a sale, further inflates the sales of the game. The game is artificial inflation of sales of the game, and it's disingenuous. The game should stand on its own. I see a lot of things happening like this, and I understand the games that go on now. I'm not naive any longer. As a youth, I was naive to certain things, but I'm not naive to this anymore. I honestly felt that it didn't deserve Game of the Year, but it did. I thought Metaphor deserved Game of the Year. But it's cool. Now they're going to inflate the number because the number is below where the number that Sony wanted it to be. It's absolutely, completely low as hell, and it sucks. But artificial inflation and a rigged Game of the Year system is not going to change the fact that the game didn't sell how they wanted to sell, and that's just facts. But hopefully, if you get a PlayStation this year, you can get the Astrobot edition and you could just play this game because it is a very good game, in my opinion. So many of you dudes told me that y'all was going to get Gears of War, y'all was going to get the full slate and everything. Well, apparently your slate is missing some wheels. Gears of War collection for PlayStation to have campaign and co-op, but no multiplayer PvP. Are you interested now? It gets no physical copy of the game. You get no PvP at all. You get couch co-op and you get campaign co-op. You get no physical. You guys have capped so much about this game, and the fact of the matter is you are left out there to dry. Xbox gave you no physical with Forza Horizon. You still don't have a date for Indiana Jones. I told you, and I told you before, Microsoft and Xbox is going to give the games to the PlayStation in a state that is not the same as the Xbox versions. Now, what I mean by that is some of the games is going to be missing some features, maybe older games. And the bigger features, the biggest feature that's going to be missing is a physical copy. I have a physical copy of Forza Horizon 5. I have a physical copies of all my Gears games, have digital as well. So this thing really doesn't affect me, and it doesn't affect me as an Xbox gamer because I can play multiplayer today if I choose. It affects the PlayStation person that thought they were going to laugh at the Xbox person. Well, he who laughs last laughs best. Just get your $129 so you can play the game early, because we do appreciate your patronage. Thank you so much for supporting Xbox. And we will continue to bring games over to you in this gimped fashion, because we heard that you take it no matter what. Butt naked glizzies for you. Now, we understand that the charlatan Mark Cerny he's going to spin it how he's going to spin it. He's going to let you believe that you're going to get all of these wonderful things in these devices. He's been saying this since the PlayStation 5 base. He's been telling you a whole bunch of things. His track record has been spotty at best. And listen, I'm going to take a wait-see look to it, but I already have a PlayStation 5 Pro. So I'm already in for the full haul. So if they happen to give us RDNA 4, some type of twist to it, I don't care. Whatever makes the device better, whatever can help the device get to where it's going to get to, great. But I also told you that Xbox hardware is here to stay. Microsoft has already found their niche, the conduit in order to get the devices to the public, to make it available for everyone. Is very simple. People make things harder than what it is. Xbox and Microsoft will be focusing on games. Hardware will be coming. And sometimes they will levy that hardware over to other people. And that's cool. But if you found any of this stuff entertaining, if you found the fact that PlayStation guys are willing to pay top dollar for less than, how can I say it? Less than the full buffet when it comes to the games, I think that's a problem. But if you find that cool, hey, leave a comment down at the bottom. Let me know what you think so we can talk about it, because I actively engage with each and every last one of you in all of my videos and also in the chat. Now, if you want more of the king, and who wouldn't want more of the king, you get to Frontline Gaming streams, where I stream games daily. Like today, we'll be streaming Split Fiction with Iron Lords, where I'm a member, and also the marketing manager. Oh, Iron Lords LLC. Sorry. But at the end of the day, listen, gaming is central. If you love gaming, then you got to love me. And if I'm not the best, help me be your best. Let me know in the description how I can be the best YouTuber for you. And if you don't like me, then nothing I can do to change that. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna take that logo and I'm gonna throw it around Split Fiction, because Attic and I is going to actually play that. Now I know it's not a Game Pass, but I'm gonna tell you what I do all the time, and that's try to play the Game Pass.